Look, I got a replacement now. Got a reliable bag of them. If you want a bag of these, which I recommend now since I lost one and it sucked not having one, I'll put a link in the description of the video where you can get it. Okay, for this video, I want to do shots in out of auto. They're gonna be pro, and I specifically want them to be 24 frames. So let's switch over 24 frames. I'm not going to do normal. I will do some post editing. So I'm going to do D-Log M. And as you can see, it's still really bright. So yeah, 56K Kelvins for white balance. Auto, turn it off for now. Actually, hold on, I still got to correct things. So my problem is at 24K, at 24 frames, no, I cannot shoot that high of a shutter speed, especially with how bright it is today. So what I will have to resort to, unfortunately, yeah, nothing else I can do about that. I'm going to put a filter on, an ND filter. So let's see. So for how bright it is, I'll start off with the ND 128. So I think the picture looks way better now. That might be the best I'm going to do. For how bright it is here in Santan Valley, Arizona, sunny day, about 14-mile-an-hour winds and going down, this might be my best bet. Let me do that. I saw a thing where I just hit auto white balance and then turn it off. This way you keep it consistent, it's not readjusting. But let's get a good video in. I want to go over where that grassy field is. So let's take off. Well, let's start recording. I need to do that. There that goes. Bring this down. There's power lines, but as long as I don't run into those, I'm golden. Descend a little bit. Let's turn around. Let's go back up again. There's power lines there that I do not want to hit at all. And coming back. All right. So that's basically what I wanted to do, return home. So post-production, let's see how it looks like. Of course, this is raw. But I mean, with this ND filter, I mean, to be able to record, you know, at 24 frames, shutter speed really low at 1/50, that's really good. So it's not too bright out here. Hopefully it has like a good cinematic look to it. You know, I'm not shooting in auto anymore. This is my first one not doing it in auto. And here it comes. Let's see how well it lands. Come on, right on the mat. Dead center, come on. Oh, perfect, right? All right, in post-production, I'll see you there. Okay, so this is post-production. I have Adobe Premiere Pro up right now. This is a really good editing software. It can be pretty advanced. I get it. It's overwhelming at first. I started off using Filmora. It was more user friendly, but it doesn't have like all the tools when you really want to get into the details of things. But I'm not going to get into deep details of things with this, just enough to correct the colors of this. So I have my video up here, and I'm going to have the Limitry scopes up. Not a big fan of this one, so I like to put it in waveform type Luma. I don't necessarily need to see all the colors because I like to bring up, which one is it I like? Well, vector scope is, I'd say, kind of optional. It gives you an idea where the colors are and saturation, but it's not the histogram. It would be the last one I pick, of course, which is the parade. Parade, you know, red, green, and blues. So this gives me an idea of where I need my color. So you see here on the left side, I need these colors, and same here. I need this here to touch the 100, and I need the bottom part to touch the 0. That's like the first basic color corrections to all this. So for this, we're gonna start off with blacks. So just get it so it starts touching the bottom. Let's go with that right now. Next would be the whites. This is gonna move the top part. Really bring that up until it starts touching the very top up as much as it can, right? Now, big thing with all these is I kind of want these a little balanced. You see they're kind of off balanced. Now, could do the auto white. I need to find something white in here. There's not really something like pure white. I don't think I can get something pure white. That kind of worked. I think we just look at these colors here. I'm trying to get them balanced. So if I try to make it warmer, it might get too warm. A little bit of tint. You don't want to get too much tint though, because it gets too green. So let's say about, it is Arizona, so it's very warm out there. It's not perfect. You know what would be better? Let's get a green. Let's get something green out here. Here we go. This green. Okay. Oh, even better. This is what I wanted. Bring down the blacks a lot. Let's bring down shadows, and then we'll bring up highlights high. And then, you know, some exposure and contrast, so bring some of that exposure up, but it kind of pulls away from the others. I'm going to like extremes and others here. Let's bring in some saturation. Now you see my blues are like totally crushed. So it's too warm. There we go. There's a better balance. So there's that balance. Now the green and the red's pretty balanced, but my blues are kind of crushed here. But that's okay for right now. I have a decent balance with highlights. What if I go the other direction? No, it makes it too dark. And then shadows. You know, it's not very black. But then I'm pulling this blue up, which is kind of nice, but let's bring it down there. So let's see how this video just basically runs with how this looks right now. Oh gosh, now it just like screws up the colors here. This is too dark. I probably have to color correct this. It's just too bright. Too much white. Probably too much highlights. Probably could use a little bit more contrast. A little bit more green. Oh, okay, you know, let's work with this here. This will work better versus the green. So this is pretty good. I like this so far. So let's see how this video just looks, and you can see it as it changes shape. So that's looking pretty good. Now, if I hit pause, this is what it looks without the correction. See how flat that looks? That looks really flat. This is how the original look looks. That's much better. And this is just basic color correction. You can see how these shifts here over, it's because I'm going different angles, different locations, and more advanced. You kind of work with masking and stuff, but that's too technical. I just want something that just cleans it up, basically. So this is where I was writing low, and you can see like it gets really dark here. And then I turn around. But yeah, I mean, the colors of this looks pretty good. It's almost pure white, too bright, but it's not there. So that's okay. It's very bright. But of course, with that, if I really want to, I could bring it down, the exposure. So it's not so freaking... See, that I kind of like that better, though. It's not too bright, but it's also not too dark. And I know here, I mean, as long as some areas touch that 100. Of course, some of you who are much more experienced in this might give me some pointers and whatnot. This isn't a how-to video, but this is like what I see is best. And this is me landing. I know that, you know, much more into details, people put LUTs, and then there's you do mess with the curves some more, which I can do, but I don't want to get too detailed, not for this video at least. But yeah, I think that looks really good. So I'll post it as my final video at the end of this video. So hope you guys enjoyed. Please leave a comment, like, subscribe, all that, and I look forward to your comments.